I go out to a park and find myself a nice bit of shade underneath a tree. I settle into the grass and I sit upright, relaxed but alert. Nothing to feel awkward about. I'm just sitting here. I close my eyes most of the way in case I need to see, but I gaze downward, unfocused. My mind turns over conversations, things I should have said, plans to say things later. They want to resolve. Justifications, judgments, guilt. It just goes on and on. I send it away for now. I let it unwind, and I just watch that thought process, waiting to see what comes next, even as it sits blank. Awkward. Who will break the silence? My breathing settles into its own slow rhythm, rising and falling like gentle waves. My eyebrows stop trying to be an expression. Muscles that were quietly holding themselves together are surrendering to gravity. It no longer feels like an effort to stay sitting like this. I'm resting. A breeze brushes across my skin. People talk somewhere in the distance. There's a squirrel nearby, and I decide to name her Martha. I smile at Martha, but she keeps a safe distance. I'm simply here, burning up the daylight, soaking it up. The sensations of my body, the grass, my skin, the texture of my clothes, the dull pain of an injury. There are little pockets of sensation, tension, warmth, all throughout my body. My attention quietly checks in with each, and each combines into my overall feeling. There's a rush of emotion. I don't push it away, and I don't hold on to it. It expresses back into the overall pendulum sway. The shift breathing in, the shift breathing out. My face and eyelids are warmed by patterns of sunlight filtered through the leaves overhead. Birds call, cars rumble. The park is eager to capture my attention, so I let it. A beautiful park. If you were sitting beside me, you'd probably describe the setting similarly. It is how it appears. I came from somewhere. I'm at this location now, on a date, at a time. This is a situation. There's a lady in a park paying attention to the situation. I overhear some talking. I don't engage with the words. I don't interpret them into what they mean. I just hear the sounds. I absorb it. I don't follow. Those are my sounds. My ears make the sounds. The talking is in my ears. The voices are in my mind. Those sounds are my thoughts. Individual noises drop into the ambient soundscape, disconnecting from the particular visual source that it must be coming from. The sound of the whole park is vibrating in my ears. There's a feeling of everything watching everything else, communicating. The people, the creatures, the plants, the air itself. Everything seems to wink at each other. Martha chitters, as though to say she knows her name is Martha. All the activity, noise, feelings, all the language, time, it all overlaps. I'm only imagining the park is there, really, guessing, based on sounds and memory. I see the normal patterns of darkness behind my eyelids, patches and strips of light splattered around, morphing. Images drift to mind, and I watch. I daydream. Glowing symbols come into focus, geometries, vibes. I feel curious about whatever this is, this lucidity, both intimate and alien. What seemed moments ago like distinct characters, objects, and my own mind's eye now blend together, synchronizing, flowing into some strange, perfect symphony of intersection. The moment is one big organism. This body, looking at it now, feeling it internally, is not solid, but smoke-like. Its currents and swathes of radiant shapes, disappearing into the total fluid, vivid field of sensation. All these aspects of this living, enchanted web. The park, myself, and my thoughts all interweave and blend together. There's no clear difference between what's around me and what I'm imagining. I watch as a whole landscape emerges in my mind, richly detailed, deeply significant. The feeling of me being here is no longer tied to a particular place. Wherever I look, every horizon shifts. Nothing holds still long enough to become fixed. There are no questions. Curiosity is a texture that arises in this luminous field. As I watch the whole sphere of awareness, it joins together with my imagination until I can no longer tell which is which. One immense, mysterious humanoid face gazes back at me. I feel powerful, complicated feelings for this entity Is it me? Who is it? The visions seem fully rendered. This face just appears to me, open to suggestion. I marvel at this astonishing creative intelligence that's constructing all this ornate real-time fantasy right in front of me, how it seems to consciously respond to my will. I am awake within a dream. I can summon or conjure any thrill, any nightmare, anything imaginable. Spirits, ancestors, angels, deities, apparitions, aliens, hallucinations, real or imagined, I encounter them here. When I talk to them, something acts out the other personality. I don't see that I'm doing it. They tell me very strange things. I'm not actually sleeping. I've been conscious the whole time, and from my perspective, the park has transformed into this. Visions can feel as real as waking life, or even more real. But I'm very careful what intuitions and encounters I take seriously now that I'm open to this realm. What happens here is important to me, but should not be considered real in the same sense as, say, a non-imaginary pizza. I think it's just the self-examining psyche, or soul if you like, of a lady sitting under a tree in a park. As I focus on patterns and objects, they become still, and they resolve, like ripples settling on the surface of water. Everything that shows up, I watch, and it drops away. I study this growing emptiness where everything comes from. I dissolve deeper and deeper into its absolute intensity, which is neither light nor dark. There is no big or small, no near or far, no full or empty, no space, no perspective. Everything cancels out and collapses together into a singular void. No shape, no color, no form. It isn't like this or like that. This present moment actually resolves into perfect stillness by simply watching it. I'm here. My surroundings have no form or shape or structure. I'm radically free. There's no pain here, nothing to lose, no story to participate in. This is what forever looks like, if you look at the whole thing all at once. If I can ignore or forget about my body, my story, my mind, and my world, whatever I am that pays attention must not be any of those things. All alone in perfect, timeless emptiness, I am this, just reflecting this entire formless, infinite openness. I'm a mirror. There is nothing but awareness. Not even that. This is the restful home of all life and the ground level of consciousness. I lack nothing whatsoever in this moment, and I am unattached to anything a person could desire. And this remains true forever. Once you see it, it's obvious. When did I realize this? How long did it take? Well, here's the thing. There is nothing here, and nothing happening. Thus, there is no time. Nothing ever will happen, nothing ever has happened. The only thing going on, forever, is the naked awareness. Always, everywhere, in all cases. Even as awareness descends back through cascading forms, hurtles back to the physical realm, and returns to a lady under a tree in the park. I'm this exact lady, still true. My legs are spectacularly numb. The blood flow returns like fire ant bites. I laugh. I went into empty awareness, then returned to ordinary life. But what comes back isn't the person. What comes back to the person, and what never left, is awareness itself. It never sleeps. It never dies. It's ever present. When that expanded consciousness is awake here, the world flips inside out. I'm looking back at the lady from all the stuff. Awareness isn't from this lady. I appear within awareness, just as the breeze, the trees, Martha, and every passing thought do. All realms shine through this one awareness, the way of it all, without any contradictions, without any choice. It has a flow. There's all that we think of as strife, conflict, embarrassment, suffering, shining through every moment, reflecting this beautiful one, just being the outcome and the origin. Someone sitting in a park. Has this made me better, wiser, smarter? It's the same lady all throughout, and the same consciousness forever. Nothing has made anything anything. What's the point? I didn't mean to have any. Oh, look, Martha has a little wee-wee.